We need to have some music. So,
Yes.
but my name is Emily Langloy, and I am a Star Diamond Beachbody coach and one of the co-founders of Team Fierce Transformations. And with me, I have
Lindsay Christensen, the other co-founder of Team Fierce Transformations. And welcome to our new coach coffee talk, all about being a Beachbody coach. We are on lesson 2. Woohoo!
Yay!
Actually, we're skipping to lesson 3. This is lesson 3.
But and we have artistic license. We're gonna skip around sometimes by whatever's going on and whatever makes us feel inspired.
Exactly.
So one of the things that Lindsay was actually just talking about was how inspired she was earlier this morning by something she had listened to in her personal development. So how appropriate that today we're talking about the 3 vital behaviors and how important they really are for a coach. So we are going to talk about those 3 vital behaviors. What are the 3 vital behaviors, Lindsay?
Okay, so the 3 vital behaviors are you want to invite. You want to be proof of the product. So you drink your Shakeology and you do the workouts, and then you also work on yourself. That is the great thing about being a coach is you work on yourself by doing personal development all the time, every day. And so if you do these three things every day, you will see growth in your business.
Heck yeah, you will.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to break it down here for you, break it on down, and talk about first inviting. Then we're going to talk about our personal development. So I'm going to talk about inviting. So inviting for me isn't just one of those things where you go and you find a script and you write out a script and you shoot, 3 people on, a list. You shoot 3 people these generic invites. It is about, the reason that it is invite is there's tiers to it. You are building relationships with people. So you're inviting people to, like your like page on Facebook. You're inviting people to become a part of your community on that like page. You are learning more about them consistently. Before you ever invite someone to a challenge group, you know something about them. You know where they work, what their health and fitness goals are, what their family structure looks like, what issues they've ever had with losing weight before. You can't go and talk to somebody and say, hey, I haven't talked to you since high school, but I've got this thing going on and I think you'd be perfect for it. That doesn't work, and people are turned off by that. And one of the number 1 things on Team Fierce Transformations is we are not salespeople. We share what's working for us with the people that we care about most. And you'll find when you're doing a really good job of this invite process, you end up with a lot of friends and a lot of people that you really do care a lot about because you know these people pretty intimately. So for me, daily invites don't look like I'm shooting off 10 invites every day to my next challenge group. It looks like enriching people's lives. So I go and message people, and it doesn't have to be I'm doing a challenge group. It can be, oh my gosh, I loved what you posted earlier. That really was positive and wonderful. Thank you so much for posting that. Or just really anything that can start a conversation. And or saying, gosh, your children, I loved the picture of them at the pumpkin patch, or really whatever, to start a conversation with people and really add value to their lives. And a lot of people, because of what I post on social media, will say, oh, you do that health stuff, tell me about what I should be doing. I'd like to lose some weight. And a lot of times it turns into that. But it doesn't always have to be about Beachbody. Like, I am my own person, and I want to have good, meaningful conversations with people and really build strong relationships. So the invite process is super it's about relationship building with people and building strong relationships. So eventually they, might want to be a part of one of your challenge groups because they've seen what you've been going through and they follow you. And the thing is, once you reach out to these people in these messages they start watching you a lot more on Facebook. They really are, watching and seeing what you're doing because they think, oh gosh, well, we're kind of like Facebook friends now, and then all of a sudden they want to become part of your fitness journey as well. So that's kind of a look at what my invitation process looks like. Does yours look different, Lindsay, or how does yours look different? Or
no, I would say the same type of thing. Like I really don't like sending personal invitations out of nowhere because we discourage that, and so what I like to do, what I feel most comfortable with is I just might send a message saying, hey, I was just thinking about you the other day and wanted to see how you were doing. Or, I'll comment on a picture or something that they posted. I really do hate how Facebook hides people from you, the ones that you don't interact with too much. You see the ones that you interact with, and so then I really start to miss people. And that's why going through your Facebook friends list and actually going to your profile, looking at your friends, writing down every single person that you can think of that you might want to invite someday. I mean, I am still checking off the names that I wrote down months and months and months ago when I was challenged to come up with 100 names. And I'm still using that list. And so I go through my Facebook friends list and I have this list. And if I'm not, I haven't seen this person in my Facebook profile for, very often, I'll go to their page, I'll see what they've been up to. And then I'll go and I'll message them and, talk about something that they've been up to lately, and say, oh, I was just thinking about you because I was, and a lot of times though, I will post an invitation to my group or just something about my fitness journey on my personal profile. And, I'll message those people who give me a like because I know that they are watching. And then once you start having these conversations with people, if they are somewhat interested and you've been sharing this in a professional way, not being like, buy my challenge pack. No, it's you're adding value to people's lives and you're really sharing your honest opinion on these things. If you have these conversations with people, then if you're doing your job correctly as a coach in being professional, then they will bring it up first if they are even remotely interested. And so that's the great thing about this is you can find out who is interested in what you're doing just by posting these things on your profile or on your page or your business page or your personal profile. And so those are the different ways of inviting are, every once in a while I'll set up these different posts throughout the week and things like that. And I will just kind of keep it, I'm not doing it every day. And so I'm really trying to stagger my posts based on what's going on. I set up that weekly theme of marketing. And so I'll say, okay, this week I need to make some posts about the challenge group, or I need to make some posts about our sneak peek or something like that. And if these people are watching you and they're at all interested, once you go and you have those conversations about anything, it can be about anything, then if they, they'll bring it up first. And that's how I like to do things, because the cold calls are they're no fun. They don't get you anywhere, and they just make you feel like
they turn people off of ever wanting to be a part of what you're doing, and they turn people off of the brand, which is something that could potentially change their life.
Yeah.
So let's not ever do something like that. We're not those people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's what it is, I also look for, sometimes, I'll just go looking on the internet for, coaching scripts too, but just to find something that might spark my inspiration on what I feel comfortable with saying too.
And inviting does change as you get to be a better coach and things kind of and part of our lives, we both have kids. My kids might pop in here later. That's just, we're both moms, so that's a lot of the people on our team are moms too, so they but inviting changes so much as you are progressing forward your journey as being a coach. And I will say, I've been doing it for 18 months. Oh my gosh, I'm so much better at it now than I was in the very beginning. I was a big hot mess in the very beginning and didn't get very far with very many people. But I had scripts and I just send people scripts. So I am coming from somewhere that didn't work, and I don't want people on my team to make those same mistakes.
Yeah. But a lot of the, hey, I was just thinking about you always works, Hey,
I was thinking about you, just wanted to see how you were doing. It totally works.
Yeah.
And that starts a conversation usually.
Just start the conversation. Exactly.
Start a conversation and talk to people. That's it.
Yep.
So of our 3 vital behaviors, inviting, personal development, and
my personal
product of the product, Lindsay is going to chat at us about the personal development.
Okay, so personal development is something that most new coaches skip. I mean,
I skipped it. I was like, I don't need that. I'm amazing.
Yeah, they don't get it. And I had no idea about the power of personal development before I became a Beachbody coach. I was never one to listen to podcasts. I didn't buy books on these things. I didn't do any of these things because I didn't understand it. Well, now I see that there is so much information out there that can really help your life in this way.
And your
really
business.
And inspire you to become a better person, inspire you to get beyond those hard days, because some days being a coach can be hard. Some days it sucks. Some days, you get a lot of no's, or you get people ignoring you, or you just don't feel inspired to talk to anybody. But you can't be that way. You can't be paralyzed by that fear. And so personal development is so great because it shows you that other people have felt this way, and it teaches you to have a vision for what you want in your life and how to keep that in the forefront of your mind so that you stay inspired, and that because you might feel like you're chugging along and you're pushing that snowball up the hill and nothing is coming from it, but then and you want to give up and you want to just let it roll back down and you want to let that momentum just die. But personal development is really what keeps you motivated to stay the course and stay on track and just keep working at it, because it'll be worth it. All you have to do is make it to the top of that hill, and then you can coast, and so that is the power of personal development is, it's growing your mind as well. And it's just a really important step to really get your business moving. And, because it's not just some side job. I mean, it can be if you want it to be, but if you really want to make something of it, you have to really work on your skills and work on your mind and work on becoming a leader. And so that's what personal development does for you, for sure. So what are you reading or listening to right now, Emily?
Oh, well, let's see. On my little phone here, I have on my phone all sorts of different ways for listening, because I am a mom. I'm doing laundry, I'm doing dishes, I'm making dinner, all the time. I listen to personal development, and so my favorites, my all-time favorite, I think, personal development book, the one that really pushed me past a lot of my fear, was You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It really made me realize that I just kind of was half-assing absolutely everything about the business because I was really afraid to fail. I was. And I didn't ever want to put my full self into it and then fail, and then what are people going to think? Which was ridiculous. And listening to the book, it made me realize I was ridiculous. I also have Unbeatable Mind by Mark Divine, was fantastic. Awaken the Giant Within by Anthony Robbins.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I'm just listening to that one right now. And then I have my podcasts app. So Lindsay, tell us about, Start With Why is fantastic.
Yes, this is one of my favorites.
What's his name?
Simon Sinek.
Yeah. He's
great.
Summit this year. Start with Why is a fantastic one. I listened to that one on the car trip on the way to Summit. And tell us about the podcast app, because it's available on both Apple and.
Right, because in learning how to put together this podcast, I realized that podcasts aren't an Apple thing. They're hosted by other websites, and so you can get them anywhere. And so all you have to do is find a podcast app on your phone, and and you can find any podcast. And so some that I like to listen to, of course, are the Team Beachbody Coach podcast, because they have the National Wake Up Calls on there every week. Today's was fantastic. I like to listen to The School of Greatness with Lewis Howes is my new favorite. So
a really good one. He brings so many people on that are so knowledgeable, and then he's so knowledgeable, and it's amazing.
The Trap of the Good Life is the episode that I listened to today, where he is speaking to me. Oh my God. So yeah, the Trap of the Good Life is my new favorite episode from him. Young Entrepreneur Lifestyle is actually one that I really like to listen to. It's by Peter Voogd, who he wrote the book that I have on Audible, which is called 6 Months to Six Figures. And so he has podcasts there. And so it's very inspiring on how to really live your best life, and how to live beyond a mediocre life, and how to not settle, not stay trapped in this comfortable life of a 9-to-5 job. And because there really is so much more out there, and Beachbody can be a great vehicle to get you there, to live a life beyond that, and get paid for helping people to get healthy and fit. It's pretty amazing. I know, right?
Like, how does that even happen? How is this even working like this? How is it working that I don't dread working, that I kind of like try to find extra time to put in a little bit here or there? Like, how does that work?
It's addicting, and it's great, and everyone should live their life this way. And so, and even if Beachbody isn't your thing to do that, I mean, there's so many ways out there to to think of the most crazy thing of what you'd love to get paid for, and you can make a business out of it. I mean,
figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah.
Figure out what you're passionate about. Go for it with gusto, and be that person.
And so I'm
super also into the Shalene on the podcast app, the Shalene Show and Build Your Tribe by Shalene Johnson. I think she's pretty great. I enjoy the stuff that she says.
Yeah. And so that is what personal development is great for, is teaching you about how to live a life beyond your wildest dreams, and how to do it. I mean, like we said, even if it's not with Beachbody, there's so much information out there on how to do this kind of stuff. And it just teaches you, what is different about, living a life that way, and the mindset of someone who does live their life that way. And so that is what personal development is great for, is to teach you how to really sharpen your mind, live your best, most optimal life that you can, and also get you through those tough times. Because
when you feel like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this today.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're really into this, you're in it for the long haul, there's going to be sacrifices you're going to have to make, and you're going to have to do things that, most people aren't willing to do. But in just a couple years, you'll be able to do whatever you want all day long, every day, and not miss a minute of your kids' lives, or, not have to ask someone for time off or anything like that. And you'll have more money than you could ever imagine. I mean, it's true. If you really put your heart and soul into it, it will happen. And if you follow these 3 vital behaviors, your team will grow, and you will see the benefits. So the
third vital behavior is be a product of the product. So how am I supposed to be an effective coach if I don't drink Shakeology every day and I don't do our programs?
You can't.
You can't tell people how good Shakeology is going to make you feel, and you can't tell someone, oh, you're going to get amazing results from the 21-day fix if you yourself have never done it. as well as how are you supposed to coach somebody as to how,
how to follow the program. Yeah. And having your own before and after pictures is so important. I mean, even right now I'm doing the 21-day fix original, even though I've already done the 21-day fix extreme, because I want my own before and after pictures. And I want to know what it's like, because I've never done the program. And it is the most popular program, especially for people who are just starting out their fitness journey. And so that's why I'm doing this program, is because I need to know about it. I need to know it back to front, and I need to have my own before and after photos to be able to share, So if someone could say, well, what do you think of it? Or, I don't be like, well, I know this girl who did it. No, you need to have your own before and afters, and you need to know the programs, and, you need to at least try them too. And with Shakeology, I mean, we're paid to drink it, basically. I mean, I couldn't be as an effective coach if I didn't. And I also,
it's the healthiest meal of the day. Why would you not want to be healthy and exude health and have a flatter tummy because of the probiotics? And one of the things that I can really urge you to do in our back office, in Team Fierce Transformation's back office, I've looked up a lot of the different ingredients in Shakeology, and there's the benefits of each and every ingredient eventually. And all of the ingredients will be up there. But I've done something like 20, I think. And the things that it does for you, it is insane. Like, you should drink it every day just to get and stay healthy.
Yeah, and none of those foods were a part of my diet before this, and I feel a million times better than I did a year ago because of it. And we've all done the math. I mean, well, we've like Brooke in our group, she's gone through and found all the ingredients to see exactly how much it would cost. And I mean, you have to know the product to be able to share it effectively, so that, people aren't making fun of it online, and how to really say, what, this is the real deal,
Yeah.
So
this is something that I drink because, and this is what it does for me. Like, that's, I think, one of the most important things, is to say, like, I have a friend that has really bad seasonal allergies. Like, her eyes swell shut. And I can say to her, well, gosh, you should really try Shakeology, because I'm not on allergy medication anymore because I drink it every day.
Yeah.
And to have that personal knowledge of it will make you a much more credible, you should drink it every day if you're going to be a coach.
Yeah. And, how else can you encourage your customers to try it too? I always tell people, I say, well, I had amazing results, and that's, why you came to me. I mean, I don't exactly say it in these words, but, it's like, I had amazing results, and I cannot guarantee the results that I've had unless you do exactly what I do. Mm-hmm. And so this is what I've done, is I drink Shakeology every day. I follow this meal plan. I work out half an hour. That is how I lost the weight. That is what I did. There's no skipping those parts, And
Preach.
Yeah, exactly. And so the other part is, a lot of people who are just starting out, I mean, I probably would have given up if I didn't have Shakeology, because
you're exhausted. If you're trying to do one of these programs, like especially Insanity or the P90X programs, like, that takes a lot out of you. It does.
Yeah. It was hard. It was tough. And so it gave me the energy to get through these tough programs, and when I wasn't in shape yet. And so it was a great thing to, fuel my body properly, to have the energy to do these workouts. And then I was really able to get good results and stick with it, because I was never able to be consistent before. And so I consistently drink it now, and I feel better, and I am addicted to working out, basically, because of Shakeology, and so I was never like that before. I was never consistent, and I hated that before. That was like the thing that frustrated me so bad, is I could not be consistent with anything. And so, Harper,
kid, man,
don't you know I'm doing a podcast?
I'm busy. So, as you can tell, and as you will be able to tell as you go through these coffee talks and hopefully listen to every single one, because the whole reason we're doing this is not to hear ourselves talk. we want to get you guys this information so you can feel this passionately about this stuff. So go check out the albums section in our Facebook group. And if you are someone that's thinking about, because we post these on YouTube. If you're watching this and you've gotten through to here, kudos. Good for you. If you'd like to join the Team Beachbody Network, let us know. Comment below.
We're pretty awesome.
We are passionate about this because we're not salespeople, we're not snake oil salesmen, we're not those people. We're people that have genuinely had life change from some pretty cool stuff. So we want to just shout it from the rooftops. Like, I want to scream.
I do.
Happy and excited, and
that's why I started. Yep, that's why I started, is I wanted to share with what I learned and how I got these results, and thank my coach here through the screen to say thank you for finally. Well, it took a while. It took
forever. I tried to talk to her and get Lizzie to do it for a while, but whatever.
But that's why you need to be patient and read your personal development to stay positive about it.
Personal development. If I hadn't really delved into personal development and really, stuck with it, I would never be as blessed as I am now. # blessed. I'm # blessed. Yes. Okay. So, thank you guys for listening, and we're gonna try to have one of these a week. So we'll put them out. You guys listen to them, and we will grow together as a team.
Do your 3 vital behaviors every day. They're very important every day.
The tres vitales. Is that a thing? We should start calling it the tres vitales. That's all. Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.